Hello, everybody. Welcome to Step Into the Portal. I am the Brandt. It is good to see you today. We are going to end this campaign, the epic conclusion to our Roman campaign in Imperium Classics. So here we go. Everyone is excited. Emily is here too to say hello to everyone. There you go, Emily. And yeah, so this is game 5. If you're just joining now, my name is the Brandt. This is Step Into the Portal. Thanks so much. You can go all the way back to game 1, and I teach the game. I teach the solo game. I teach the campaign in there, generally pretty well, I think. So you can go back and watch that first one and follow the journey through here. So for this game, we are going to have the Romans versus the Mauryans. So that's going to be the two that we are going to team up. I am the Romans, and I'll show you some of those cards. But I have a sad thing to say, which is that the Roman Empire has fallen. So I've been playing these games both on stream and off stream, basically doing one of each of them, and I have lost multiple times. So I've now actually lost the campaign. The fourth game, I lost against the Atlanteans. I was very close. I thought I tied. Then I thought I beat them. Then Nigel, hello Nigel, the designer who's actually here now as well, pointed out a couple points that I had missed for the bot, and so they beat me by a narrow margin. I tried again. I went for kind of the glory mechanic, and I still lost. It wasn't too bad. I had a lot of points. I had like 80 points, but the bot had like 90-something points, so I lost to the Atlanteans again. And then I went and said, okay, let me try my old strategy of putting out regions and scoring points, and it was terrible. I lost like 75 to 48 or something. It did not work well at all. But it was tricky with those Atlanteans because they kept putting my regions back in my hand. So technically the campaign is over once you lose 4 games, but I want to show you all 5. So we're going to pretend, a la lie, a la cheat, and say that I won so I could do that. I gave myself the resource boost once, but I didn't give it each other time after that. So that's okay. I still have enjoyed it. I'm still happy. It's okay to lose. It just means there's more things to learn, and I can move on to another nation as well, which will be fun. So it doesn't really bother me. I'm enjoying the game. So there's that. Yeah, that would be one of the things. I haven't actually reviewed this on the podcast yet, but if people want, just to know how I feel about the game. Certainly, I'm not streaming it 5 times and playing all those ones in between, and I don't enjoy the game. So I thoroughly enjoy the game. Definitely one of my favorites. I have enjoyed my solo games more than my multiplayer games, so I need to get a few more multiplayer games in. But there's a couple people at our store I know that are playing it, and they're enjoying it. So hopefully I'll get a chance to play with them and see how it goes with some seasoned players and whatnot. So that should work out pretty well. So anyway, I'm going to do the 5th mission. I'm going to pretend that I won. I'm going to make this the last game, so this is going to be win or lose to decide it. But like I said, either way, I've had a lot of fun in terms of all that. All right, so let's go to the table here. Here we go. And I've got everything set up. So the 3 cards I have taken to add to my deck, I believe the first one I took was Agriculture, then the Keen, then Mysticism. So now for this game, I'm going to go ahead and remove Glory. I'm going to just focus on this system that I've made of getting lots of regions out and playing lots of cards and thinning my deck and just trying to go through it over and over to maximize my population and hopefully get cards that score population or just take things worth points from them will be my plan. So I'm going to get rid of my glory card, which I think is a little bold perhaps, but I'm going to take that card out of my deck to help thin it, and I'm not going to go for that, even though I think playing that in a normal game is probably pretty good. Since I get to thin my deck, I think that's going to be my plan here from game to game. So the Mauryans are set up here. They don't have any specific special abilities, so they are all set to go, and I've got my chart here. It seemed to work well when I played last time with the chart right here, so I hope it's not an eyesore on the screen. I see it's kind of the brightest, biggest object, so if it is, somebody can let me know, and I will I'll move it to the side if need be. All right, so now we are playing on the highest level, which is Overlord. So on this one, and I did forget the resources for the bot. So on this level, the bot has 6 cards that they can play, and every turn we roll the die, and no matter what, we're going to block 1 card. So they'll guarantee play 5 cards every turn. Yep, no, I won't garrison any cards. It's a good call. Um, so they'll have 6 cards they can play, and they'll always play 5. If I roll a 6, I won't put a progress token out. So that is the difference here. And they will take 5 actions every single turn. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. We'll see if I've learned. I feel like in the middle there I was doing really well, and then it kind of fell apart against the Atlanteans. I did move my difficulty level back, so the Mauryans are a level 2 difficulty, and the Atlanteans were level 3, so I thought maybe that would help me out, because I'd like to get a win here. It would be fun to win at the end. So I've laid their 6 cards out. The one thing to note about them is they have more cards in the Dynasty deck, but they actually have less cards in their starting deck. Presuming I got that right. Alright, I didn't really see those even though they're shuffled. So yeah, there's only 8 cards in their starting deck, so that'll be a little bit different. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to start with these cards here. And we will see what we can get. So we'll put agriculture out as one of our actions. We will then play... what would this one give me access to? Either of those, which I don't need right now. So we'll play Roman Expansion, and we'll take the Sacred Pass, and then we'll flip another card, and we will take that one. Unfortunately, these have no resources. Okay, so this one gets put in our history. And then last, ooh, that's got lots of resources if we needed them. Lastly, we will play Triumvirate. I could break through for a green. I've got Gambling, and I've got 3 cards. Then return top card to the top of your deck. So I could cycle through my deck faster with that Jade Mask. Really like to get this one. Gambling, pay 1 and declare one of the following. Reveal the top card of the main deck. If it matches, add it to your hand. Don't think adding cards is going to be what we really want to do. I can swap a card with the top card of my nation deck. Interesting. So let's go ahead and play Triumvirate while we have it. And we will gain this one, Breakthrough, in fact. So we'll put that in our hand, and we'll get rid of Triumvirate, so we have that one. Okay. So the bot difficulty is not, it's the difficulty of learning them, not the difficulty of playing them for solo. So who knows, I may have picked a really hard faction to work against here. All right, so we're going to discard. I mean, this one's going to let us draw 3 when we get it. So that probably we can just keep in our hand. We'll discard these 2, and then we'll add 2 more cards. So we got our Mysticism and our Prosperity. So we'll probably play these 3. Oh, that one's going to cost me an action, though, huh? I didn't think about that. So that'll be a little tricky. Maybe not my favorite. All right, then we will reset here. We will take a victory, and we will put it here, I guess, on the gambling card. And everything's reset there, so we're good. All right, so then over here, we're going to roll for the bot. They're going to roll a 3. We will flip their first card, which is Prosperity. So they will discard the top card of the bot deck, gain 1 in play, and then I may draw a card. So I will draw a card. All right, so that one is done. They gain 1 victory point per region they have in play. They don't have any, so good. All right, they're going to play a region, discard the top card of the bot deck, and then exile a card from the market. So they will that one will be gone. Exile. Couldn't get that word out. That one will be skipped. Then they will play this one, which will be Barbarian. And I don't see it named, so we're going to go all the way down the list. If able, acquire a green, an uncivilized. If able, return a region in their discard pile to the top of the bot deck, place the top card from the Dynasty deck into discard, and put this card into history. All right. So we're going to do all that. There, next card. This one gets refilled. Ooh, I would have liked that boat. All right. This one is the same. It's a Barbarian card. No other things on it. So if able, acquire a green. return one. Nope. And place the top card of the Dynasty deck into the discard pile and put this one into history. Ah, yes, good call. Yeah, Nigel's telling me that once I get Mysticism out and Bread and Circuses, which hopefully will be in here, that was happening to me in one of the games. I was counting on Bread and Circuses, taking a lot on Unrest, and then it was dug down deep in there. But then I'll be able to play Jade Mask a lot more, so will make sense. All right, so here we go. This is going to be the same thing. They're going to acquire this one. Nothing to put back. And then they're going to take the top card. Wow, so they went through a lot of those cards this turn. That one's interesting, but I guess that won't happen again, so hopefully there's that piece. All right. This is going to slide over. I did acquire a bunch, so they're going to have a lot of Unrest here. That will be part of it. Done. Solstice. No Solstice at the moment, so we move on back to us. All right, let's increase our hand size. Let's increase our actions, so that's going to be 2. And then we'll play the Mountain to gain 3 resources. And we will play the Sacred Pass. Look at the top card. Hey, it is Bread and Circuses. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, because I had to exhaust this. All right, so let's put the Jade Mask in and take that out for now. Are we going to want to play Prosperity at the moment? It lets us draw cards. I think it's fine. We don't have as many in play, though, so let's hold on that. And then we will draw back up. So first we've got to put a marker out. So let's put on this one. So they try to take this one before this, because we could use this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we'll shuffle Jade Mask in. Try to make sure I mark that. All right, there we go. So we got 6 cards because we're +1 hand size from this one here. I have to abandon this to do the swap. Ah. Okay, well, I did it, so this should be shuffled in. Probably not what I wanted to do, but it's what we did. Thanks. Reading, it's important. I never put that on 3. All right, 6, they won't put one on, so I don't have to worry about that. And away we go. All right, so this one has a pin. It also has a region. Discard the top card from the bot deck. Play this. Exile a card from the market. So they will exile the Axumites. We'll put Elders out. Next up is Unrest. Next up is Shadoof, which looks like it's going to be gain 1 victory point. Discard the top card from the bot deck. Put this card into history. All right. Unrest. And Boats, which is a pin card. Gain 1, discard 1. Put this card into history. All right, that card will slide down. They've got no cards here, so we shuffle in one. It's an Unrest. All right, and it is Solstice. So am I going to discard 2 cards here? Let's see, I'm going to get these 2 down. I'm going to get these 3 down. So I'm not going to end up playing these. So I will get rid of these 2 for the Mysticism. And then I'll be able to play these 4. Do I want to play this one? Yeah, we're going to go get those Tributaries. I think at this point, be my best bet because they're a decent number of points. All right. So we will play Bread and Circuses so that we can discard to cycle Unrest. We will play City of Rome so that we can cycle more cards. We will play Dalmatia, so that's 3 actions. And that one lets me garrison a card, take 1. And then I will play Conquer and spend 3 to break through for a Tributary. So we discard until we find one. Maybe I should sing a song. All right. The Armenians. We can acquire a green and then put this card into our history. So that might work pretty well on something like the Shrine. And it's worth 3 victory points, so that's good. Do we want that one now? Pay 1 to draw a card. You may discard a card to return that from my discard pile. Boy, I'd have to have a lot of unrest. I think we're going to pass on this one. So we reset. I did use that. We're going to put a point out here. Let's go ahead and put it on the Elders. We're on 1, 2, 3, 4. So we will take the top card. Five, 6. All right. So we got all this unrest that we'll get rid of with bread and circuses. And then we can play a prosperity. So we won't do that thing with the Sacred Pass this time. It wasn't quite as useful as I wanted it to be. And we could break through to get a card like this that we could probably put out relatively soon and let us just draw through more cards. So we'll see if we can kind of speed through this. All right. Here we go. Yeah, I know I need to have the fertile icon, and I just haven't drawn any. The ones that I got and the ones that came out aren't there yet, so we'll have to try to grab those regions as well. All right, we flip. It's an unrest. We flip. It is an unrest. We flip. It is Nanda Dynasty. Tributary, doesn't look like anything. If able, acquire an uncivilized. That one's worth 2, that one's worth 3, so they'll grab this one. Ooh, I probably missed that on the previous turns. I bet they were supposed to grab this one that was worth more. That might have been my bad. I think it would have only been different by a point, although I think one of these was a star that they grabbed, so should be okay. Return from their discard pile, and then place the top card of the Dynasty deck into the discard pile and put this card into history. Wow, so they're really cruising through that deck. All right. All right, let's see. Arthashastra. Try my best on pronunciations here. Gain a victory or a progress. Discard the top card from the bot deck. Put this card into history. And it's an unrest. This goes here. This slides down. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need another card. Man, they're cruising through this. How did you decide which cards have Exile's effect? Was it the mat? Oh, you're asking Nigel, not me. Got it. Perfect. Ask away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to exchange that so our resources don't get too nuts. All right, so then we will take an unrest for Solstice. We will discard a card for bread and circuses, and then we will get rid of 2 unrest. Then we will discard a card for City of Rome, and we will gain a population. We will draw. We'll play Sacred Pass, and you may look at the top card of your deck. So I know I'm going to get that region. You may then abandon it, and we're not going to do that. We're just going to leave that region there. Then that was our first action. Then we can play Advance, and we can grab that Metropolis. We can also grab this Oracle, which is a free play. We're taking that one. Oh, per Fame card. That one's going to be worth 0, but it's going to let us draw cards. So we're going to take it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's going to be my second action. So then we're going to play Oracle. Ah, it's going to go away. I just noticed that. Draw 2, and then discard one of them. All right, so this one lets me acquire a green card that's out. So this one or this one are not my favorites. So we're going to discard that one for now, Armenians. And then we're going to play... Do we want to play this one and gain population? Or do we want to play this one, which we can't? Okay. So this will be our next one. We've got 2 more, right? So we'll play Jade Mask, draw 1. We need a new one. This will go here so we won't draw at the end. Hold on, how does that work? Because that's going to go away. Should that have been there? Did I add one? What did I have in my discard pile? Yeah, I had added one, so I won't be able to take this card, is where I'm at. So we will draw these 3, and then we will return a card to the top of our deck. So we'll put the Armenians there. And then our last action will be Prosperity, draw a card. They draw a card, and then we gain 1, 2, 3 population. And that's using this. So then we'll reset everything. Discard. All players gain 2. All players take... Yeah, that one could be good too, just to keep giving them things they got to get rid of. All right, we will get rid of our unrest. And this one... Oh, did I take that one? Nope, I acquired that with that. Okay. And now we will shuffle that in. We'll keep Conquer. Oh, can't cycle your deck. Darn it. I discarded the card, so I didn't even play any of the cards that I drew. So it'll still work. So if able, draw if able. Okay. It didn't actually matter because the cards I drew I didn't play, so that deck would just get reset the same way, and I didn't add a card. So it actually just would have drawn the 1 card, and then I would have discarded. So, but that makes sense. So you can draw, but you can't cycle your deck. So you'd only cycle your deck. Got it. Sorry about that. I'm still learning this many games in. Probably because I'm not reading the cards. If I did a better job making sure to read the cards, that ability. Draw 2 cards and discard 1. Okay, so draw doesn't imply that you can go through your deck. Got it. All right, I did not add a card to the victory display, so let's add there. 1. We're going to add 1 over here. So then, really want to gain that. They've got gambling. So gambling has no effect. So if able, acquire cards. This one's worth 2. Then return this to the top of the deck and place the top card from this deck in the discard. But man, it seems like they're just going to keep doing that. The game's going to run out fast. Same thing again. Oh no. My plan to go fast, they're going faster. All right, so they're going to acquire an uncivilized card. Then return 1. And then place this card here. Wow, okay. Flying through that. I guess this is the hardest level of difficulty too, so... Unrest is going back in mass, and that is them. All right, so this card's here, coinage goes there, and it's to us. Gotcha. Jade Mask is a specialist card. That's all right, we'll work our way through it. All right, so first things first, we've got our Solstice, so we will draw a card for Mysticism, then we will discard 2 cards. Then we will... going to use all of these? We're not going to use Advance, so we'll discard Advance in order to be able to gain a population with City of Rome. And that should be all of our Solstice things. We'll free play Oracle to draw 2 cards, and we'll discard Jade Mask.
Draw up to 3 cards if able. Thank you. I see it. Okay, so it's on there now. Then return a card to the top of your deck. Got it. Missed it on there first time. Okay, so now we can add this out here and garrison a card, which we're not going to do. Although we could garrison that one. We can acquire this card and put this into our history. So we're going to do that. Get the town. This one goes into history. And we get a new card out here. Moneylenders. Pay to gain actions. We will put our town out. All players may gain 2. May gain 2 if you do abandon this card or put it into your history. Okay, so I can keep putting the town back out to do that, or just get resources. Then we will play Prosperity, draw a card. It's another unrest. And this time we could gain, instead, do I have any grain? I got none, so I'm really only gaining 2 off of that. So I'm going to gain population again. They will draw a card. Go to 9 population. And then my 4th action with mysticism will be to play Conquer. And I'll spend these, see if we have any tributaries left. Hey, Egyptians. All right. All right, so if I am in the barbaric phase, then put the top card of my nation deck in my discard pile. So otherwise, so basically it's a free advance along there. So that'll be good. That's definitely something we want. And how many victory points is it worth? It is worth 1 per civilized card that we have. So there's that. All right, so that'll be good. We'll put these unrest back. We'll discard all this. Then we will add a victory, a progress, somewhere on the display. I guess to this one. And we will add a card here and shuffle. Draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we'll be able to play that to advance. We'll get rid of our unrests. We can conquer again to see if we can get another tributary, because these tend to go in our discard pile. We can draw through cards, play prosperity to keep ourselves up. So hopefully we'll get there. They're going so fast, though. It's getting tricky. All right, 1 here. That's going to go here. And then we're going to flip cards. Sometimes I get stuck like between my turn and the bot's turn. My brain is like, what? What are we doing? Even though I know how to trigger all these things. All right. It is a pin card, so they're going to gain 1. And then they're going to discard the top card of their deck and put this into the history. Another one, they're going to gain 1. Discard, put this into history. Wow, so they just keep their deck so thin. And then this one's going to be the bottom. If able, acquire. They cannot. They return a region card. They don't have one. Then put the top card of this, which is their glory card. So now they are civilized here. And then we put this into here. So then we have to reset them. So we give them a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whew. All right, Solstice. We will gain an unrest for mysticism, discard for bread and circuses, get rid of 2. We will gain 2. They will gain 2 resources and materials, and we will gain 2 from this card. Oh, well, sorry, that was an exhaust ability. I can gain 2 and abandon that card, so I could keep putting it out for victory points, or I can abandon it and put it in my history. Well, I don't want to do that yet. All right, then I will discard for City of Rome, and I will gain a population.
I think I did. I think I'm doing it quickly. I'm saying I'll take an unrest, I'll discard, and then I get rid of them. I might have done it all in one fell swoop, because I only have this one unrest in my deck, so I'm pretty sure that I've been doing it. But I might have been doing it quickly. Thank you, though. Because I think I just had 2 in my hand, which could have been the 2, I guess, yeah. Thought I used it. Oh well. I knew to use it. Alright, put the top card of my nation deck into my discard pile, so that will go there. So Caesar is next. This goes here. So that's 1 action. Oracle, draw 2, discard 1 of them. So we'll get rid of Unrest. Oh, I do have another one in there. You might have been right. All right, well, I'll do it fair. I'll get rid of 1. I'll take this other card. All right, I'm going to listen to the designer who told me totally right. So those 2 should be there. I must have discarded them and not put them over here. So we'll get rid of those 2. We'll discard Prosperity with this. Then we will play Breakthrough. We're pretty darn close to things here. So this, I could be giving him a ton of unrest. So we're going to try this Corruption card. See if we can make that work. Breakthrough for 3. I can get rid of unrest pretty easily, so we'll take those. Or not breakthrough, sorry. All right, there's a second action. Can't play that corruption yet. Conquer. Let's see if there's another tributary we can get. Oh, gosh. Right on top. Cannot be played, worth 3 points. So a little bit of a pain, but it'll work. And I can return 2 unrest at the end of the game. So it's kind of worth 7. All right, that's 1, 2. And I played that card 3, so I exhaust this, which I didn't get rid of the token. Hard to track all that stuff. And play Prosperity, draw a card, they draw a card. And I gain 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you were right. It's like you've played the game before, Nigel, and when you watch people, you understand. My bad. All right, this can't be played. Turn 3 cards. I think I'm not going to worry about that one as much now. So this time I can get Julius Caesar because when I grabbed the card before, it was with an effect, not because of reshuffling. So that will turn me also civilized. Sorry, Empire. And now I can start purchasing these cards, which should be helpful. All right, where are we going to add a token? Let's add a victory token here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we get an unplayable card. 3 unplayable cards now. But if I play Legionnaire, I can do those. I can now play Corruption. So we gain 2, and then I gain a victory point. Yeah, that'll be a pretty good card to recur, so we'll go with that. All right, roll the die for them. It's a 2. We'll put them here. They're at 10. Try to shore this up a little bit. First card is, and we need to go to Civilized now, Prosperity. They don't play that under Empire, so they just gain a victory point. Ooh, I wonder if they slow down a little bit here. Next one is, ooh, an attack card. Breakthrough until they get a tributary, so they're going to get that one. Put this card into history, and I have to recall one of mine. All right, well, at least this one gives me 3 resources, so we'll take that one. All right, next up is this city, which is a pin card. If able, return. Nope, they don't have one. Otherwise, gain 1 and put this into, sorry, return an unrest. Otherwise, gain a progress and put that card into history. Try to make sure I read those a little bit better. Okay. So didn't they just play this card? Where did I put it? Put this card, okay, put this card into history. So breakthrough for another tributary. The Assyrians, so they're taking most of those from me. Yeah, the art is really good, for sure. I have to recall another one of these. That's going to be a pain. Take that. This one gives me a population. That might be more what I'm going for. Slow me down. All right, and then the last one is Glory. So they're going to abandon 3, which they don't have. Otherwise, gain 1 victory. All right, I feel like they're slowing down a little bit, which is good. I guess not on cards here, though. Mathematics. All right, here we go. So now we've got a lot of cards. We are going to gain 1 unrest from mysticism. This should be reset. We're going to get rid of discard unrest and get rid of 2 from bread and circuses. Then we are going to discard, I don't remember which one I can play. I think it's Conquer. We're going to discard, actually this one cannot be played, Mauryans, in order to gain a population there. And we can get rid of this card for 2 points. We'll do that at the end of the game. So now we can do this so that we both get 2 resources. And then we've got all these cards. So we'll play Corruption. So they're going to take an unrest. Actually, take discard pile? Is take discard pile or they don't break through for... Oh, no. Oh, thank you. Oh, that one's different. All right, if able, return this from a discard pile, put this card into history. All right, so they shouldn't have... Darn it. So they didn't have that, and this should go into history, so they just wouldn't have the one that I gave them. I'm just going to have to find it, which was this one. So they shouldn't have the Assyrians, but this card should be shuffled in. No, I just gave them that one. So then they wouldn't have enough cards. So what happens when they don't have enough cards? Do I give them another one, or do they only have 5? Can I put a region into play? Okay. If they only have 5 cards, what do I do there? Thanks, I missed it. So right here, I'll try to show it to people so it's back. I missed, because I was so used to that symbol, I missed that one, which is the easiest thing to do. All right, I'm going to finish this up while I wait to see what I do for that spot there if I add another card. Get one from the Dynasty deck. Okay, that's what I figured. Man, they are almost out there. So we gain 2. Then they're going to take this unrest. I think take is on top. I don't know if it would be discard pile. I don't think it matters. And then I gain a progress. All right. Then I can play the mountain and gain 3. And play prosperity to draw a card. Now they would either draw a card, no, and gain 4 here, which actually puts me at 13. 1, 2, 3. And I can't play either of these cards. I will discard these 2 to get rid of this unrest as my 4th action there. All right, so now I can come over here and grab one of these, and I want to get this one to increase my hand size. So it's going to cost me 3 population and allow me to play my Conquer card, so I can keep conquering. Oh, wait. Now I can get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would buy it, and now I have this card. Got top of the bot deck, and then I had them discard it, so that worked out. Okay, good. Whew. I'm feeling better about rules. Just some things I miss with the symbols, which is really my own fault for paying attention to so many things. Yeah, I think this is, to me, it's complex, but it's straightforward, and the complexity is just making sure you follow it. You know, the work was done already, so I like that a lot. I like this. I like the complexity of this. It makes the bots feel different. All right, I got to add a token here. We'll keep going here. Roll a 3. Yeah, going fast. All right, Buddhism is not one of these cards. It is a pin card. So if able, return one of these. Darn it, they got me. And then put this card into history. So they got rid of an unrest. They knew my plan against them. All right, tributaries, they gain 1 and put it into history. So they definitely slow down on this end. They were like flying and getting all sorts of stuff. Return 1, gain 1, put this into history. Now they're getting rid of a lot of cards. Glory, abandon 3, otherwise gain 1. Edicts of Ashoka. Return 1, they don't have it. Gain 1, put this card. They're going to be like out of cards. So they've got 1 card here. And that triggers endgame. Wow. Do I just get 1 card for them? Or do I add all these cards and trigger the end of the game? I don't know if they just get 1 card or if they get all these cards. All right, Solstice, I will gain an Unrest, discard it, get rid of that. Then I will discard Jade Mask to gain a population. And then I will abandon this. And I'll put this into my history to gain 2 victory points. I will draw 2 and discard 1 of them. Don't have my legions here, huh? Acquire a card, so I'll acquire this one because it has 3 points on it. I will play my prosperity card. Oh, hold on. Have I done all free plays so far? Yep. Play this one. Play this one, put a card from my discard pile into my history, so we'll put advance there. Oh, this one's worth a victory point if I put it in. Do you need me? Then I will play prosperity. 1, 2. Exile a card from the market. So I will exile the moneylenders. Gotcha. Maybe I started. Is their deck not 8 cards? So I must be missing cards from mine? So this might have to be a redo. Where is my box? See that box? See this box? So I only had an 8-card deck to start, but it sounds like they should have 3. Yeah, they went super fast. I had them sealed, so I thought their thing, like I had the plastic wrap over them. So maybe they got opened by somebody and looked at. All right, well, I will finish this, and then I will check that at the end of the stream in terms of all that to see where that might be. Maybe I didn't get all the cards in the box. That might be what happened. Might be a distribution error. All right. Played prosperity. Did I gain those? I don't think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I will gain 6. 1. What else did I play? This one can't be played, and then I'll... Oh, I can't play Conquer now. So I'll play this. And I can acquire that region, which doesn't have any symbols on it. So I'll try to get a tributary, I guess. Let's see if I get one. Hey, that one's worth 3 points, and they give me back a population. All right, so that will be my actions. Then I will draw up. And when I draw up, I can buy a card.
So usually I buy Trajan, and he's going to be worth 1 for every 3, and I have 14, so I'll be worth 4 points. Where did my Legion card go? As well. Is it in here? I'm losing cards left and right. Oh, Legions is right there. Okay. All right. So this will be their last turn. It looks like there might have been an error on my part. Or a printing error might be what the issue is. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't have those. So I'll look in my box afterward to see, but I had the little plastic wrap around it, and they only had 8 cards, and they had a ton of development cards. So I thought maybe that was their special thing. So I must have, there's an issue. So unfortunately, I guess this won't necessarily count. Kind of unexciting for the 5th one, but we'll finish it up here at least so we can show what happens and see if I stand a chance. But I feel like they went so fast, I didn't stand a chance. All right, Prosperity, they're going to gain 1. Then here, they're going to return 1, which they can't. Otherwise, they're going to gain 1 and put this into their history. Oops, did I just put their history into there? I did. Oh, there's Grand Trunk Road. So mine has a star. Maybe it's not supposed to. So maybe that's the issue. Maybe it's printed wrong there. So we might have figured it out. And maybe that was in the FAQ and I missed it, the FAQ, and I just didn't pay attention. All right, gain 1, put this into history. Counts as 2. And here's Ahsoka, which is going to be return 1, gain 1, put this into history. No, this will go here, this will go here, and then they'll reset cards. But these cards come back to them. I made that mistake last time. And then Solstice, I don't really have anything I can do, but I can discard to gain 1. So I'll have that as well. All right, let's do their score first. See where we're at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they've got 21, 22 right there. Remove this. They don't score for that. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 30, 35, 38, 43. 44, 45, 46, 47, 57, 57 for them. Okay, that's not super high. I could have 57. 8, 57. So over here I have 8. And then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That lets me turn Unrest, but I don't have any. I don't have any of those. And that's worth 5. So 20, 28. This is going to be worth 7. So 35, 36, 37, 38, 41. These I don't have. This is worth 1 for every civilized card I have. 41. 42. Don't have many civilized cards. Then nothing. 43. 44. This is worth 1 for every 3 pin cards in play. 45, and then 2 per that symbol. 46, 47. 57, 47. So that is a loss. 1 in the nation deck. Got it. So I missed it. So they should have had that out. My bad. I must have played that card at some point. Okay, but 8 cards in their starting, so I probably missed playing that one. All right. Well, they beat me 57 to 47, so that's going to be a loss for ours. So it looks like I need to go back to the drawing board and figure out some strategies to do that. Of course, it is the 2 most difficult bots that I lost to, so that's good to know that there's room to grow and learn in terms of all that. And it's good to know that my deck was correct, so there's no printing error there. I may have played something wrong that ran it out a little faster, so maybe I was going to close that gap. But yeah, it was getting tricky, so I'll have to see. It looks like a couple cards that I picked up, like this agriculture, wasn't quite the best. It seemed good at first for getting resources, but later in the game, those resources weren't as helpful to me, so that might not have been a good card to pick up off the bat. So we will have to see. Well, that is our conclusion of Imperium Classics. Yeah, yeah, it did seem to make it hard for me. I mean, I'm pretty happy that I did 57 to 47. So, yeah, I'm really sorry about that. I know I'm trying to teach the game to everybody, but you see, it's easy to make mistakes. And, of course, I'm live streaming, so I can't go back and edit. But hopefully it's still fun to watch. And, it still worked out. Like Nigel said, it ran the game out too fast for me. I read this as a pin, and it had a region, and it would have come in first. So I would have had 3, and then they would have been putting those cards back. But, yeah, so it's unfortunate on my part to make a mistake, but I like live streaming. If I make mistakes, I make mistakes. I mean, there's 5 plays of the game for people, so if you're trying to watch the game to learn, I think you've definitely got that, and you'll definitely be able to say, oh, let's not make the mistakes that the Brandt made. So I could be helpful there. And if you're trying to watch the game to see if it's something you would like, hopefully you got a feel for it, and you're going to know, is that a bot that you want to run with, or do you think it would be more interesting multiplayer in terms of that? I think for me, I like to switch factions each time, so that's where the solo campaign might not be my favorite. I might continue playing solo games. I really like how the bots run, so that's fun. I certainly want to teach it to other people and see how it goes. It's a lot for wrapping your head around the cards and the structure and all those kind of things and whatnot. So it'll definitely be, you'll have to see what works for you. But the fact that there's kind of 3 different modes, I'm going to say the campaign's different because you really hone in on one faction as opposed to just playing solo and switching factions to kind of get through all of that. Yeah, so Nigel here is saying that he'd keep mysticism, he'd keep exports, corruption, maybe something with a star so you can score victory points off it. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Well, I guess I had that plan for this one, was that I would score off of those, but I just wasn't getting regions, so maybe I should have waited to play like Roman expansion till I knew I could get a couple of those. It's tricky to know, but I'm learning. That's just my first faction with a campaign, so we'll see. Like I said, I think I'll probably jump around and play some of the different factions. I want to open up Legends and play a lot more of those and see how they work in terms of all that. But plenty of fun in the boxes, and I've got both boxes. So lots and lots of fun. Fun here and fun over here. I'm surrounded by fun, so. All right. Thanks so much to everybody for watching. Thanks for joining me through the solo campaign. Be sure to like the video, share with other people, subscribe to the channel. There's lots of other games. You'll see Marvel Champions. I'm going to play Star Wars Outer Rim, I think, sometime this week, although I don't actually know. I have to raise my camera up. That game is gigantic, and I already am a little embarrassed where this side of my mat sticks out, and you just see the table, so I may have to get a bigger mat and other things like that. But there'll be lots of other things coming to the channel. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much to Nigel for joining me for many of the streams and helping me to get through everything. That's it for me with Imperium Classics. That is our epic loss to finish off the campaign. But I had already lost it off camera, so it was already on me. But that's it. All right, thanks, everybody. Until next time, I'm the Brandt, and I hope you step into the portal. Bye, everybody. See ya.